Good morning students, welcome to All4C Learning. Students, yesterday we discussed vertically upward projected body. Once again I am repeating a few points. We are using equations of motion in case of vertical projected body as V equal to U minus gt, S is equal to ut minus half gt square, V square minus U square equal to 2gs, Sn equal to U minus g into n minus half. If a body is projected vertically upwards with some initial velocity u at some point p, it reaches with some velocity v. First of all, I am interested to calculate that velocity. So for that, velocity of the body at a height h. First I am using this v square minus u square equal to 2gs, as s is equal to h. As the body rises to h height, its velocity v square becomes u square minus 2gh. Then v is plus or minus u square minus 2gh. This plus or minus, plus for upward direction and minus for downward direction. In case if h is equal to 0, then you can write v is equal to plus or minus u. Plus u for upward direction and minus u for downward direction. Next I calculated time of ascent. In case of time of ascent, I used v equal to u minus gt. As what is time of ascent? Time of ascent is time taken by the body to reach the maximum height. Time taken by the body to reach the maximum height. As the body reaches maximum height, its velocity becomes 0. Its velocity becomes 0. As this velocity is 0, time is time of ascent. That is u minus gt. You will get time of ascent as u by z. Similarly, time of descent. What is time of descent? Time taken by the vertical projected body to travel from maximum height to ground. Maximum height to ground. At maximum height, we clearly know velocity is 0. So, as velocity is 0, u minus gt will become Td is equal to u by z. Because this v is minus u, we already know when it reaches ground, its velocity is u and it is directed vertically downwards. That is, we already know upward direction as positive and downward direction is taken as negative. So this velocity is negative minus u, and initial velocity at highest point, that is 0, you will get time is 0 minus gt. T is time of descent, so time of descent is u by z. We already calculated this. Again I am repeating for good grip. Next, what is the time of flight? Time of flight. Time of flight. This time of flight is time of ascent plus time of descent. So this time of flight is u by z plus u by z. This is 2u by z. This is 2u by z. I already calculated this one. My next question is, what is the maximum height? Suppose this is maximum height, h max. I am calling this as h max. What is maximum height? Maximum height is the height reached by the vertically projected body to reach the maximum height is the height reached by the vertical projected body before its velocity becomes 0. Height reached by the vertical projected body before its velocity becomes 0, that is known as a maximum height. So our next definition is maximum height. Maximum height, I am calling it as h max. That is, note down the definition, that is the height reached by the vertical projected body before its velocity becomes 0. Right? How to calculate this maximum height? To calculate this maximum height, I am using the v square minus u square is equal to u square minus 2gs. Our s is h max. Our s is h max. Then, and v is equal to 0. Why? Because body reaches the highest point, so it has velocity 0. Then you can get 0 is equal to u square minus 2g into h max. This h max is u square by 2g. So maximum height is u square by 2g. Next, student, I want to find velocity at a height h for a vertical projected body. So my next subheading is velocity at the height h. Height h from ground. From ground. Suppose this is vertical projected body. I want to find velocity v in terms of h. I already calculated v in terms of h. So what is this v? This v is plus, I am using v square minus u square is equal to minus 2g s. S is h. So then you will get v equal to plus or minus under root u square plus minus 2gh minus h, plus corresponding to upward direction and minus corresponding to downward direction. My next heading is time taken to reach h height. To reach a h height. What is the time taken by a vertical projected body to reach a h height? Not the maximum height. We know already maximum height is to time taken to reach the maximum height is u by g. But I want to calculate time taken by the vertical projected body to reach h height. For that, I am using v is equal to u minus gt. U minus gt. Suppose time taken by the body from point of projection to P point in one case. I mean, suppose here it is a time equal to 0, and if it reaches point P at a time t equal to t1. Suppose if it reaches P two times. While rising upwards, it reaches first P, and while descending down, it reaches P. So we have to find two times. First time, if t is equal to some t1, I mean while ascending, then our v is under root u square minus 2gh. I already discussed this is plus under root u square plus 2gh. Why? Because body moving in upward direction. Substituting that in v equal to u minus gt, you will get under root u square minus 2gh is equal to u minus time t1. Time is t1 while ascending. Then you will get t1, and interchanging the two terms, this gt1 is u minus under root u square minus 2gh. This time t1 is, I am writing here, time t1 is u minus under root u square minus 2gh by g. This is my first equation. Next, if time t is equal to t2, I am saying that as body ascending, it reaches point P at a t equal to t1. While descending, it reaches P at a t equal to t2. T is equal to t2. So t is equal to t2 while descending. Then again I am using v is equal to u minus gt. But in this case, my v is minus under root u square minus 2gh. Why? Because body moving downwards, its velocity is negative. I clearly mentioned upward direction is taken as positive and downward direction is taken as negative. That's why I am using minus sign here. So this is, substituting in the above equation, you will get minus under root u square minus 2gh. This is equal to u minus g into t2. My t2 is u plus under root u square minus 2gh by z, or gt, first write gt. Then t2 is u plus under root u square minus 2gh by g. Right? These are the two times for the body to reach a height h. One time while ascending, another time for descending. Okay, based on this, there are few questions were asked in exams. First of all, I will explain a few questions. This is our vertically projected body. It reaches maximum height here. Suppose it is projected at t is equal to 0. It is projected at a t is equal to 0. It reaches point P. Here is point P. It is point P. Actually, body travels in a straight line and falls vertically downwards. For our convenience, I showed two separate lines. For our convenience, I showed two separate lines. It reaches P. Suppose this is P. It reaches P at t equal to t1, and while coming down, it reaches P at t equal to t2. Okay. Next, my example is a body projected vertically upwards. It reaches point P upwards at t is equal to 0. It reaches point P at t equal to t1 while ascending, and t is equal to t2 while descending. Now we have to find initial velocity of projection. Generally, this type of questions were asked in mains exam. That is why I am explaining here. This initial velocity is not mentioned in the question, so they are asking some questions. Right? Then, first question is find initial velocity. Find initial velocity. Initial velocity. Second question is, first question is initial velocity, height of point P, height of point P from ground. This is important, from ground. Next, my third question is maximum height. Maximum height. My fourth question is velocity at point P. Velocity at point P. So here I have four questions regarding this vertically projected body. I don't know the initial velocity of projection, but I know it is projected vertically upwards. It reaches some point P at t equal to t1 first time and t equal to t2 second time. Based on that, I have to calculate initial velocity of projection, height of point P, next maximum height reached by the body, and then next question is velocity at point, velocity of point. For this, I am considering the previous equations what I have derived here. Time t1 I can write it as t1 is equal to, while ascending, this t1 is u minus under root u square minus 2gh by z, or t2 is u plus under root u square minus 2gh by z. These two times are derived previously. That is why I am directly using those two equations to solve this problem. From these two equations, if you add these two equations, I am calling this as 1 and this as 2. I am adding 1 plus 2. You will get t1 plus t2. That is nothing but u minus under root u square minus 2gh by z plus u minus plus under root u square minus 2gh by z. This plus and minus terms will get cancelled. Then this t1 plus t2 will become 2u by z. From that you can get u, that is z by 2 times of t1 plus t2. T1 plus, this is my first question. From that, third equation. From that, we can calculate height of point P from ground. I have to calculate height. Let it be some h. Let it be some h. I have to calculate height of point P. To calculate this height, we already know velocity v. For the second question, velocity v we already know, v equal to under root u square minus 2gh, u square minus no. You can calculate this height. You can use s is equal to ut minus of gt square. You can use, it is already projected vertically upwards, so we can use s is equal to ut plus of gt square. This s is h, time is t1, time is t1. On substituting these two, this h is ut1, our u is z by 2, t1 plus t2 into time is t1, so this is t1 minus half z, time is t1 square. On multiplying these two, you can get h, this is g by 2, this is t1 square plus z by 2, this is t2 t1 minus half g t1 square. This half g t1 square term will get cancelled. Next, I can get the h, height of P. That h is g by 2 into t1 t2. This is my second question or fourth equation. This is my second question. Next, third question is, what is the maximum height? What is the maximum height? To get the maximum height, we already know h max. For h max, this is the third question. H max, we know that it is u square by 2g. U square by 2g. What is u? U is g by 2 into t1 plus 2. Substitute that one. Then you can get this maximum height. This is equal to z by 2 into t1 plus t2 u square by 2g. This is the maximum height. From this you can calculate maximum height. This maximum height is given by h is equal to g, this is g square by 4 into t1 plus t2 whole square by 2g. 1g gets cancelled here, so this is 4 into 2, 8. This is the maximum height reached by the body. This is t1 plus t2 whole square by 8g. This is the maximum height. My next question is velocity at point P we already calculated. Height of point P, h, that is also calculated. Sorry. My next question is velocity at point P. That is velocity at point P. This is the fourth question. Actually, we already know this velocity is under root u square minus 2gh. We already calculated our u. This u is g by 2 into t1 plus t2 whole square minus, this is 2g times of, or h is g by 2 times of t1 t2, or h is, I substituted the values u and h from the derived equations. Then I can get v. This v is under root, this is g by 2 whole square, g by 2 whole square. From this is g square by 4. Next, this is t1 square plus t2 square plus 2t1 t2 to t1 t2 minus these two gets cancelled. This is g square into t1 t2. G square into t1 t2. On taking this LCM, you can get g square under root of this is t1 square plus t2 square plus 2t1 t2 into minus taking common g square, this 4 comes to here, this is 4t1 t2 whole by 4. This is the equation. From this you can subtract these two t1 t2 terms. You will get g square by 4 under into this is t1 square plus t2 square minus 2t1 t2 t1 t2. This will be t1 minus t2 whole square. t1 minus t2 whole square. So you can get velocity v as under root g square by 4 into t1 minus t2 whole square. t1 minus t2 whole square. Then you will get v is equal to z by 2 into t1 minus t2. Of course, you can have two velocities, plus one time and minus another time. In that case, you have to write t2 minus t2. T2 you can get, this is t2 minus t1, not t1 minus t2. Why? Because t2 we clearly know that this t2 is greater than t2. So you can write g by 2 into t2 minus t1. Okay? Students, I have one important problem here. That is, a body projected vertically upwards with the initial velocity u. After t seconds, another body is projected vertically upwards with the velocity u2. Then from this place, two bodies were projected. One projected with initial velocity u1 and another one projected with initial velocity u2. What is the question? Find the time at which these two bodies meet each other or collide each other. They may ask in a different way. These two bodies come together to a place. We have to find the find the time at which these two bodies meet each other. To solve this question, suppose they gave two cases. Case 1, u2 greater than u1. Case 2, u1 is equal to u2. For second body projected greater velocity, where they meet, at what time they meet. Next, if u1 equal to u2, at what time they meet. Those two questions were asked in the problem. So first, suppose let it be some h. To meet the two bodies, they must be at the same place. They must be at the same height from ground. They must be at the same height from the ground. So let t be the meeting point. So the first body reaches P at t equal to some x seconds. This is my assumption. After x seconds, I am feeling that after x seconds these two bodies meet each other. So for that, this x, from this x you can calculate this h. Why? Because it is vertically projected body. So for first body, I can write it as, this h as u1 into x minus half g into x square. How to write for second body? For second body is not projected at the time of first body. It is projected after t seconds. So I can write this h as its initial velocity u2 into x. This is not x. After t seconds, the time will be x minus t minus half g into x minus t whole square. Of g into x minus t whole square. If these two bodies meet each other, then you will get h is same for both right? H is same for both bodies. So if I call it as 1 and it has 2, 1 is equal to 2. When 1 is equal to 2, these two bodies meet each other, right? So I am substituting H for 1. This is u1 into x plus half g into x squared. For second body, this is u2 into x, x minus t, minus half g into x squared, vertically upward projected body. So then on multiplying, you can get u1x minus half gx squared. This is equal to u2x minus u2 into t minus this x is x minus t whole square. This is half z x square plus t square minus 2xt to calculate this is minus half gx square. This is also minus half gx square. So I am cancelling this and this. Then I can get taking this u1x to the right side and these t terms on the left side. I will get u2 into t. This negative u2 into t come to the left side, and this t square, this is minus half gt square. I'm taking to left side, I get plus half gt square, and this minus into minus, it will be plus this u1x into right side. It is already u2x positive. On taking this u1x to right side, minus u1x, and this minus and minus, these two will be plus. This is g, 2 and 2 gets cancelled, g into xt. This is the term. Calculate very carefully. Then you can get from this, I can take common x. This is u2 minus u1 into x plus gt x. I want to calculate x, that is u2t plus half gt square by u2 minus u1 into x plus g. This is the time. Actually this x is the time. I already called it as after x seconds of first body's projection, these two bodies meet each other. So this x is u2 into t plus half gt square by u2 minus u1 into u2 minus u1 plus g, u2 minus u1 plus g. So this is the first question. Our second question is, what happened if u1 is equal to u2? If u1 is equal to u2, then our x is u2 into t plus half gt square by this when u1 equal to u2, this term will be vanished. This will be gt. On taking cancel, you can get x is equal to u2 plus gt, 1t gets cancelled, this is gt by 2 whole by z, gt whole by z, 1t numerator and denominator gets cancelled, then you will get x is equal to u2 by z plus t by 2. After this time, when u1 is equal to u2, these two bodies meet each other. Okay. My next question.
Sorry.
Okay, students, I have one more important problem here. A body is projected from top of tower. Another body is projected vertically upwards from bottom of the tower. Next, find the time at which these two bodies meet each other. This is the question. So for this question, this body is dropped. So I can write for first body. First body's equation as this x is equal to half zt square, And for second body, I can write for second body, this x is height traveled by this second body is h minus x. Here is the diagram. I am assuming this is the tower of height h. First body is dropped freely. It falls under gravity. After traveling some x distance, this body traveling upwards, these two meet each other at some x distance. So this x for freely falling body I write as half gt square. For the second body, this height it travels h minus x. Thus that h minus x you can write it as ut minus half gt square. On substituting, this x is half gt square. This x is half gt square from our equation 1. From 1, we can get this equal to ut minus half gt square. Ut minus half gt square. This half gt square term gets cancelled. You can get time is equal to h by u. This time is equal to h by u. You can get x is equal to time is equal to h by u. You can also find the velocities of the two bodies. Velocities of the two bodies in the sense, this first body traveling vertically downwards and the second body travels vertically upwards. So velocities of first body, velocity of first body, let it be some v1. This v1 is as gt because it is traveling downwards. So this is g. This time is h by u, g into h by u. Next, velocity of second body. This is some v2. This is u minus gt. U minus gt in the sense, this is u minus g. T is h by u. This v2 t is h by u. On taking your LCM, you can get u denominator. This is u square minus g. This is the velocity of the second body. Okay, students. Tomorrow we will discuss some more problems related to vertical projected body. Thank you.